I play in a band called Nile, and I play guitar, do some vocals. Uh, and we've been together since 1993. Uh, we started off probably like every other band, working hard in the garage and writing songs and getting local gigs. And well, we put out a few demos and got signed, and now we have two very nice new albums that you can buy. This is the last one we did, and this is the new one, available September 5th.
We'll get to those in a second. Now, the name Nile, it's a bit unusual to name yourself after a river. Usually death metal bands have some kind of a skull, death, destruction, and you have a river in Egypt as the name of your band. And basically there's much more to it than that. So let's get into it.
The name was suggested to us by a friend who knew how much we loved Middle Eastern music, and said, well, hey, why don't you guys call yourself Nile? You like all that Middle Eastern stuff? Why not? So that's what we said too, why not? Every other death metal band, has these names and these logos you can't even read. So we said, why not? It's Nile, it's simple, we can remember it, we can spell it. Why not?
Now you mentioned about the influences of Egypt and Middle East. Where did it originate?
The original drummer, Peter Mora, and I have been playing in metal bands for years and years and years. He is Lebanese. So very early on, he had shared with me many of his family's musics. I developed quite a bit of interest in Middle Eastern music, and since we were playing in metal bands together, it just sort of came about naturally. That's what we were interested in, and we really dug the ancient Egyptian mythologies, and we said, well, why not? Let's just do what we fucking like, what we want to do. Why not?
Obviously it reflects in your image. Does it reflect in your words?
Certainly, if you read our lyrics, they deal with ancient Egyptian mythologies, histories, cultures, religions, and so forth.
Is that something that you guys still are heavily involved with, researching and finding things about?
Well, yeah, I mean, just to keep on writing lyrics, yeah, but we would probably be doing it anyway, even if we weren't playing in Nile. It's just something we like, something we enjoy doing.
Who would you say is your favorite character from the mythology?
Well, certainly we write a lot about Set and Anubis, the Osirian myths, but to pick any particular one, I don't know, it's just kind of shallow. We like all of them. Playing favorites would be kind of silly.
Have you ever received any letters from like Egyptian fans who might enjoy the band and kind of find a connection?
Actually, we have. In fact, on this latest tour, we were in Albany, New York, and the young Egyptian man came up to us and told us about what things were like in the metal scene in his country, and told us we have a lot of fans there. And he also had this interesting story that about 5 years back, there was a very strong underground metal scene in Egypt, but at the shows there was starting to be quite a bit of pot smoking, and the government came to this one big underground show, arrested everybody, bands, fans, just everybody, whether they were smoking pot or not. Just arrested everybody, sent them all to jail for years. And some of those people are just now getting back out of jail.
Wow, pretty intense. So, before you guys got signed to Relapse, you've done some other releases. What were they? Which I believe were released again.
Yes, our two demos, Festivals of Atonement, which we did in '95, and Ramsey's Bringer of War, which was '96. They're both compiled on a new release called In the Beginning. We did it, well, basically because those first two demos were out of print and there was such a strong demand for them. We wanted to make them available to fans. And when we got the offer from Hammerheart, we said, why not?
Now, when you got signed to Relapse, you released your first record. You want to show that one? And tell me anything you want to say about that record.
Amongst the Catacombs of Nefertari. It's a store near you. Please buy it. You'll really enjoy it. It's got a lot of interesting stuff going on.
Now, a year has passed or so since releasing on that album. How do you feel about that title now? Now that you've played it on tour quite a few times and you live with it.
Well, we wrote songs that we loved. We made that album. I guess the song's been written over a period of a couple of years, but it was full of stuff that we loved, and so we still love it. It's our work, we're proud of it. But certainly, since it has come out, there's a desire to push forward, to go further, to do new things, to work harder, to progress.
Now, when the album came out, you did some prestigious tours, with Morbid Angel and so on. What was that like? Kind of come out of nowhere and really just, play with the best?
Well, that might be the perception, come out of nowhere, but we've been playing metal a lot of years when no one knew who we were or cared. So there's a lot of work that went in, years of hard work where no one knew who the hell we were. So finally, when we did get the chance to go out with Morbid and now we're out with Cannibal, it feels gratifying because there was a lot of hard work, a lot of years of sacrifice that went into getting to the point where we did have those opportunities.
Okay. How do things progress for your second album, which you will also show us and talk about? And how did things change? So right now, you had an audience who was waiting for this album. Whereas before, you kind of took a chance in many ways.
Well, the first album was done. We did it because, that's just what we do. That's who we are, what we are. When we made that record, we were initially on a label called Visceral Productions. And it was a small label. And, we were certainly an underground band struggling, to sell our stuff by ourselves. So when we made that record, there was not any big expectations. We just made the record that we wanted to fucking make because that's our music and that's what we were. And if it sold, that's great. But if it didn't, well, who cared? This was our music, and we made it because we loved the music, and fuck everything else. Certainly, the new record comes from a little bit of a different perspective because there's a whole lot of new expectations on us because the last record did okay. But we tried to, again, say fuck you to all the expectations, and we made the record that we wanted to make. It's more, really, honestly and truly, doing what the fuck we want to do. There's a lot of people that told us, well, you have to make the record be like this, or you have to make it do this, and we wanted to sell it to these people, and we said, well, fuck that. We don't care if people expect it to be Nefraka all over again. We're not writing the same fucking record. We're going to push forward, we're going to do new things, we're going to do the best death metal record we fucking can. And we're going to do all the other stuff in there that we wanted to too. So that's what we did. It was a difficult record to make. So a lot of trials, a lot of obstacles to overcome. But we did. We're very proud of it. Again, we would have made this record regardless of the expectations put on us. And if it sells, that's great. If it doesn't, well, I love the fucking disc. I filled it up with stuff that I like. We're very proud of it. If it sells 2 copies, that's just fucking fine with me because I'm going to play my copy at home and I dig it.
What would you say are the highlights of the new album?
Oh, there's certainly a whole lot. Certainly the title track we're very enamored of. Chapter for Transforming into a Snake, Masturbating the War God, Multitude of Foes, To Dream of Aurora is a great piece. Kedi Sata Shemsu, finally the Gates of Ishtar, the Black Flame. There's not a song on there that we don't like, that we don't believe in. We filled that album up with the stuff we love, with what we believe in. We're proud of every bit of it.
Seas of bitter souls.